How's it going, guys? My name is Michael.
I am Jeffrey.
This is Houston Brothers Gaming News. We are brutally accurate
And brutally honest.
Today we are going to be talking about Pokemon Sun and Moon, like we mentioned in our E3 pre and post shows, as well as, a couple weeks ago we mentioned that we would be doing a Pokemon Sun and Moon show. So in this show we'll be giving our reactions to different things about it, giving you guys our opinions on, what we're going to be choosing for the different things. So let's hop right into it.
I figure I should mention first, we are only going to be covering the English trailers. Me and my brother do not speak Japanese, but I did take a quick peek through most of the Japanese trailers, and it just seemed like they were giving all the information in the English trailer that they gave in the English trailers just over a period of different trailers, just really smaller trailers. So I didn't really feel like there was anything worth noting down in them.
But if you guys do speak Japanese, write down in the comments. Let us know what's being said there, because like my brother said, we do not speak a word of Japanese. I could not even begin to tell you what it was being said. So hopping right into the English trailers here, the first one that was released, and all three of these trailers I'll link down in the description below, as well as the E3 treehouse where they showed off Pokemon Sun and Moon. But first off, we got the Alola region, because at the very beginning of the trailer, when you're talking to the professor whose name is Kukui, he says, "Welcome to the Alola region." So at that point, we, seen what the region was called, but we didn't know what it looked like.
And I just really quickly, I figured I should mention, some people actually knew before Pokemon Sun and Moon was even announced as a game that they were probably going to have a Hawaiian-based region. Because in X and Y, there's a little mysterious idol that you can get in the game. It does absolutely nothing, but it's still there. And you can get that if you talk to one guy who says he's from a region far away that's way different. And I hope that mysterious idol plays a part. I hope it's a legendary or, something like that. But I have really no clue if they'll play a part or not, or even if it was just a joke. I have no clue.
So then at the end of the trailer near the end of the trailer, we seen the three starters. We got Rowlet, the grass flying type, Litten, the fire type, and Plopo, the water type.
Just because I know this will be the number one comment in our comment section, I am on Team Rowlet.
And I am Team Plopo.
So now you know.
Let us know down in the comments. What are you guys gonna choose?
Now, near the end of that trailer, we did see the legendary Pokemon, but we did not know what they are, who they were, or, what type they were. A lot of people were speculating at that point, Psychic Dark, Fairy, Fire Steel, stuff like that.
The second trailer settled all that for Pokemon Sun.
With the legendaries, and gave us a couple more things. For Pokemon Sun legendary, it is a Psychic Steel type named Solgaleo. I know I'm not pronouncing that right, so feel free to yell at me in the comments. It's a full metal body, that's ability.
Which means basically its stats are not lowered by anything like Intimidate or things that normally would lower down your stats, like attack, defense, whatever. It's not lowered.
It's basically clear body. That's pretty much what it is. It's just basically clear body.
And then it also revealed what its special move would be. Go ahead, Jeffrey.
It is a Sunsteel Strife. I believe that's what I wrote down.
Sunsteel Strike. It's it jumps up in the air and crashes down. I mean, in the trailer, the second trailer, it
looked pretty cool to me.
It looked pretty awesome. But then also we met Lunala, who is the Psychic Ghost. Its ability is Shadow Shield, and it didn't show what Shadow Shield actually did in the trailer like it did for Full Metal Body, but its special attack is Moongus Beam.
Going back to Shadow Shield, usually Celebi will have what the abilities do, but I could not find anywhere on Celebi, Bulbapedia, any other websites like that, what Shadow Shield did. If me and my brother are missing something, please comment down below. Let us know if you know, what does Shadow Shield do, or what do you think it does?
In addition to that, we learned that you'll be able to customize your character more, and they also mentioned that in the E3 treehouse that there was going to be like a lot of customization options in addition to what you can do at the beginning of the game with selecting how your character looks. From what I could see at the trailer, there looked like there was like 8 possibilities of what your character can look like at the beginning, and then probably more stuff that you can customize to your own taste in the game.
What I'm guessing is it'll be kind of an advanced version of X and Y's customization options. You know, there'll probably be a lot more clothing options, a lot more hair options, probably a lot more options for contacts for the eyes. So probably it's going to be an advanced version of that. I'm not guessing there'll be too much different. Maybe since maybe it's since it is Hawaii, you can probably get a tan somewhere. But again, I'm just speculating at this point.
Okay, and then we also met 2 people that will be helping us, I guess, on the journey here in the Aloha region. Lily and Hao. Lily is the professor's assistant, or as it says in the trailer, the professor's mysterious assistant, so she's probably going to have a vital role in the game. And Hao is your friend.
Rival, whatever you want to call him. And we also learned everybody's favorite thing that kind of creeps me out a little bit, Rotom Pokedex. I don't know why it creeps me out, but it just doesn't look right. But, I'll be excited to see exactly what Rotom Pokedex will be capable of, besides, Dex Nav and all that, They did mention in the E3 treehouse, I do believe, that Rotom Pokedex would have a lot more vital role than just being, like, Dex Nav and all that.
Yeah, I think I remember hearing about that in the E3 trailer. But like we said, I'll link it down in the description for you guys to watch everything, about this that we're saying today. So all 3 trailers as well as the E3 treehouse are going to be in the description. You've got the 3rd trailer introduced after E3, and it introduced some more Pokemon and a few other things. We got introduced to Pekka-Pek, which is the normal flying type with the abilities Keen Eye and Skill Link. We also met Yungoos, who's a normal type, and its abilities are Stakeout and Strong Jaw, as well as Grubbin, who's a bug type, and its ability is Swarm. And then, of course, you had Majorana, who we've all seen before. It came out pretty recently. If you've been following Pokemon, it came out before any of the trailers did.
Sorry to interrupt, but Majorana actually came out before Sun and Moon was even released. So there's that.
But it's a Steel Fairy type, and its ability is Soul Heart. And basically what that does is when your ally faints in like a double battle, the Majorana's special attack will rise. And its special move is Flare Cannon.
That is, Majorana, it seems pretty cool, but my guess is it'll probably be a pre-order exclusive. You'll probably get a card for pre-order for Majorana, and that'll be it.
I doubt it. I think they would have said it in the trailer if it would have been pre-order exclusive like a lot of people do with pre-orders. Well, they wouldn't have had it be in the 3rd trailer. I don't think it will be, but who knows?
Like, I know for X and Y, they released, a pre-order. If you pre-ordered that, you got a special card for a special Torchic, if I do believe. And then they re-released that a little bit later over Nintendo Network. So my guess is Majorana will probably be a pre-order exclusive. So make sure you pre-order yours if you already have not. And we are not sponsored by Nintendo in any way. I'm just saying pre-order it because you never know.
We also figured out that there's a new battle system called the Battle Royale, which is basically
a free-for-all.
There's 4 people, and you can attack anybody that you want on the
field.
On the field.
Now,
and when you kill and when you faint one Pokemon, the battle's over.
Now, if only I could find 2 more friends.
We also learned about Zygarde having 2 forms coming into Pokemon Sun and Moon.
And again, sorry to repeat this, but that was released way before Sun and Moon and even way before Majorana was released. Zygarde's 2 forms were released.
So then, from E3, we figured out that in the attack menu, when you open it up to attack somebody, you'll see that the effectiveness of the moves, which really helps out for either new players or people who don't exactly know, all right off the top of their head, what's effective against what. Because, like me, I've played Pokemon for a while, but I could not tell you, I know, like, the basics, but I don't know exactly what's effective against what.
Unlike me, who's been a Pokemon fan his whole life and, played every single game that Pokemon has released, my brother has played up until the original Ruby Sapphire, but then sort of quit for, for other games, but then came back around X and Y and didn't even know about the Fairy type until he had played my copy of Pokemon X at the time. So, he's still trying to learn, the different moves, types, and everything, so that's really helpful for him, as well as for me, because even though I've been a Pokemon fan my entire life, I still have trouble remembering, okay, so fire, fighting, super effective against steel, steel, super effective against ice and rock, stuff like that, so I think it's pretty nice.
So that's a nice thing that they've done. There's also enhanced graphics for this. So, from what we could see, it looks probably maybe even better than what was in Pokemon X and Y from what we could see.
And even Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire as well, because they actually look like people now instead of just, like, cartoons.
And speaking of that, when you get into a battle around people, there will be people around and you can actually see your trainer now, and your trainer just doesn't disappear off screen somewhere. Mm-hmm. You can actually see both trainers, and you can see people around you when there's people there's people watching the battle. It makes it feel like an actual
battle from the cartoon.
Exactly.
And I love that about this game. I absolutely adore that, if you get into a battle in the middle of town, people will actually be in the background. And, like, your trainer just doesn't disappear into thin air, or just doesn't turn into the menu to fight or something. Your trainer is actually there. It's really cool looking.
So we also realized that once you tap on the menu, when you tap on the screen, there'll be, you have everything around the screen, and then you have the two Pokemon that are fighting in the center. When you tap on one of the Pokemon, you'll see both Pokemon's stats, like how they've changed or how they're affected. So,
for example, if you're fighting a Pokemon with Intimidate as its ability, like Mightyena, for instance, the first one that popped into my head, and your Pokemon's attack will obviously get lowered. You can see how many times that attack has been lowered once for Intimidate by tapping on it, and by however many arrows are on the side of attack is how many times the attack has been lowered. I personally think that's cool, because now both people who care about online competition and not will be able to keep track of how many times they've lowered a Pokemon's attack even easier, and won't have to try to keep track in their head and lose what strategy they're planning out.
So that's all we have right now written down for what we've seen from the E3 conferences and trailers.
There was a little bit more that we saw, but we just didn't think it was necessarily worth it. Like, there was you could tap on the item in the corner, like key items in the corner,
yeah,
like Pokeballs. You could key item them, potions, but that was around in X and Y and Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire with the recently used item tab. It's just a lot more advanced, and there are other little bits and bobs here and there, but that was all the main things that we found were pretty interesting.
So what do you guys think? What do you guys think Pokemon Sun and Moon is going to be like? Are you going to enjoy it? Or you think, let us know down below what do you guys think. What would you guys add or take away if there's anything you would take away from this?
Which is your favorite starter? Which is, from all the Pokemon they've currently released, which is your favorite Pokemon that they've already released? Pick-a-Peck, Yungoos, Grubbin, Majorana. Which version are you going to get? Where can I buy some friends? So for Battle Royale mode. Just stuff like that. Just leave all that down in the description.
Alright, guys. So that's going to do it for this episode of Houston Brothers Gaming News. I'm Michael.
I'm Jeffrey.
We're signing out.